The 10 Avatars of Vishnu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chant this mantra and you'll be saved from many types of troubles, and you will be bestowed with prosperity, peace, and wealth. Lord Vishnu is one out of three in the Hindu Trinity, which also includes Lord Brahma the creator, Vishnu as the preserver, and Lord Shiva as the destroyer. Whenever there is evil upon the world, Lord Vishnu descends to our world in an avatar form when he is needed to restore the Dharma and peace. According to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, an avatar is a manifestation of a deity in a bodily form on earth. There are 10 avatars that are commonly referred to with Vishnu, and collectively they are known as Dashavatara, although the last avatar of 10 has not appeared on earth yet. Lord Vishnu is often symbolized as a human with 4 arms, and this indicates his omnipresence. In his hands he carries a conch, which symbolizes his victory over demons, and a disc to oppose enemies of the divine order. In his other 2 hands he symbolizes his royal power among the gods, goddesses, and humans, and his eternal purity by holding a golden mace and a lotus flower. Lord Vishnu has infinite attributes, which is shown through his blue skin color. His yellow clothes symbolize the earth and that he manifests himself on this earth. The flower garland symbolizes the devotee's adoration for him, while the gem around his neck means that the Lord fulfills genuine desires and provides the needs of the devotees. His power is shown by his crown, and his 2 earrings show the dual nature of creation, with opposites such as pleasure and pain, happiness and unhappiness. He is also shown standing on a 1,000-headed snake, with the hoods of the snake open over the head of the Lord. This gives meaning for the innumerable desires and passions of a person. Vishnu's first manifestation started in the form of a fish called Matsya, at the beginning of the Trade-Yuga, or the First Age. According to IndianMythology.com, when Brahma the creator let the Vedas slip out of his possession, a demon got a hold of them. Then Vishnu was wondering what should be done and noticed King Manu bathing in the river and manifested into the role of a fish. When the small fish came to King Manu and said that he was afraid of being in the large river for being such a small fish, he requested that the king take him and put him in a smaller container. So the king did that, and then the fish started to grow. Since he was too big to fit the small container, the king transferred him to the larger ones and then had to put the fish back into the river. The fish continued to grow and requested to be put in the ocean. It was then that the king realized that it was Lord Vishnu. Vishnu told him that the world would come to an end by a huge flood, and told the king to build a boat with the 7 sages, seeds of all plants, and 1 animal of each type. Then on the 7th day, the fish would return to push the boat to the top of Mount Himavan, where he would keep them until the flood was over. Then Vishnu went to find the demon that took the Vedas, slew him, and recovered the Vedas and took them back to Brahma so he could resume his work as the creator. The second avatar that Lord Vishnu takes is in the form of a tortoise known as Kurma. There was an ongoing battle between the gods and the demons. The gods suddenly lost all of their strength because the sage Durvasa put a curse on them. Durvasa had given Indra, the king of gods, a garland of flowers, who then gave it to his elephant and trampled it. The gods asked Vishnu for help, who told them to churn the ocean of milk after adding medicine to it. He said that Mount Mandara could be used as the churning stick. He told the gods to ask the demons to help lift the mountain in exchange for some of the nectar of immortality that they would obtain from the churning. They used the snake Vasuki as a rope. Then the gods played a trick on the demons, asking them for the head end of Vasuki. So the demons, thinking it was a trick, having the gods ask for the head, they decided to take the head end. This resulted in the poison coming from Vasuki, which was actually weakening them. The churning was causing the mountain to sink, so Lord Vishnu took the form of a tortoise to dive underneath the mountain and keep it afloat, with the mountain on his back. According to Punditravi.com, once the nectar was out, the demons took it, and Vishnu quickly turned into a maiden and seduced the demons to let her distribute the nectar. And when the gods were served, Vishnu, as a maiden, disappeared, leaving the demons weak and leaving them without immortality. As I found on IndianMythology.com, Lord Vishnu's next avatar was in the form of a boar, Varaha. When a demon prayed for Lord Brahma, he was awarded one wish. The demon, Hiranyaksha, wished that no beast, man, or god could kill him. Then Hiranyaksha pushed the world to the under of the sea, and stole the Vedas from Lord Brahma while he was sleeping, and performed many terrible things. Lord Vishnu took the role of a boar because it was missing on the list of beasts. While using his tusks, he brought the earth out from the under of the ocean and killed Hiranyaksha and took the Vedas back to Lord Brahma. The final manifestation in the Trade-Yuga, Vishnu becomes half man and half lion, called Narsimha. In this story, the king of demons, Hiranyakashipu, wanted to become immortal and meditated for Lord Brahma. The gods were frightened of the king and asked Brahma to pacify him. He was impressed by the demon's rigor and granted the demon a wish. The wish was that the demon could not be killed by man or beast, not in daylight or at night, and not inside or outside of a building. He considered himself as supreme and forbid the worship of any god. His son was a Vishnu devotee, which upset him, so the demon tried numerous times to kill his son, but it never worked. He asked his son to show him Lord Vishnu, and his son responded that he is everywhere. The demon was terribly mad and knocked down a pillar and asked if the Lord was present there. Lord Vishnu then appeared as a half lion, half man, out from the pillar, which was not inside nor outside, and it was evening instead of day or night, and so he killed the demon, saving his devotee Prahlada. The next age that Lord Vishnu appears in is the Trade-Yuga, or the second age. Now, Lord Vishnu makes his appearance as a dwarf priest, Vamana. The grandson of Prahlada, Bali, was a strong demon who conquered the whole world. Indra, the king of gods, and other gods feared that he and the other demons would take over all three worlds, so they went to Vishnu for help. The Lord was then born as a dwarf in a Brahmin priest's household. He went to Bali about growing up and asked for alms. Bali was willing to offer him anything that he requested, even though he was warned that it was Lord Vishnu. Vamana requested for the amount of land that he could cover under his 3 feet, and Bali agreed. Vamana grew and covered the earth in 1 step and heaven in 2. Then he put his 3rd leg on Bali and crushed into the underground world, once again saving the world. Vishnu then manifests himself as Parasurama, who is Rama with an axe. The Lord manifests himself as a Brahmin priest. He was brought to avenge all Kshatriyas who were suppressing the Brahmins. He was born to Jamadagni and Renuka and into the Brihu clan with an unusual physical power. Lord Shiva presented him with an axe for whom Parasurama had an intense devotion for. Then a mighty king, Kartavira, went to Parasurama's house and stole the Kamadenu cow, which is supposed to give an infinite amount of milk. Jamadagni was mad and went to kill Kartavira and brought the cow back. Then the son of the king went and killed Jamadagni. Parasurama was furious and went to avenge the death of his father and killed all Kshatriyas in 21 battles. That is the story of the supremacy of the Brahmins over the Kshatriyas. The next avatar is one of the most important avatars of Vishnu and is Lord Rama, the perfect man. He is defined as the ideal character for Indian people. This is the story of an ideal king, son, father, and man. As an ideal son, Rama agreed to fulfill the wishes of his father and spend 14 years in a forest with his wife, Sita, and his brother, Lakshman. During their stay, the demon Ravana took his wife Sita. Rama then went searching for his wife, and while searching, he made friends with the king of monkeys and a devotee Hanuman. When he found Ravana, he waged a war and rescued his wife. He returned to Ayodhya, where he becomes an ideal king and rules for thousands of years. The beginning of the Dvapara Yuga, or the Third Age, Vishnu manifests himself as Lord Krishna. In this manifestation, the divine statesman is Lord Krishna. This epic story covers the topics of war, love, brotherhood, and politics. It is the story of 2 conflicting groups of cousin brothers, the Pandavas, and the Kauravas. During the War of Mahabharata, Krishna gives a long speech to his disciple Arjuna. This speech becomes the Bhagavad Gita. During Krishna's childhood, he was responsible for killing his uncle, a demon king by the name of Kamsa. The king had known about this prophecy of being killed by his nephew, Krishna, so he killed his sister's children, except for one that escaped, and Krishna, who was exchanged for a cowherd's daughter. Every demon that the king sent to kill Krishna was defeated. Then Krishna became famous for charming the gopis, also called the cowgirls. He dealt with politics, human nature, and weaknesses. According to SanitanSociety.org, he teaches his devotees not to be attached to matter in order to get rid of their ignorance. The fourth age, or Kali-Yuga, begins with Vishnu descending to the earth in the form of Buddha. There are a couple of sources that claim he is portrayed as Balarama, the elder brother of Krishna, who escaped from Kamsa in the previous age. While seeing everything degrade to nothing, Lord Vishnu manifested himself as the Enlightened One, Buddha, to lead the world to peace. According to Dr. James Powell, Buddha came to attract those materialistic atheists and trick them into lower rebirths. Buddha was non-devotional and denied the teachings of the Vedas and condemned these sacrifices by promoting non-violence. Buddha essentially appeared to trick demonic people off this world and into hell realms. Vishnu's last avatar has yet to come. It has been said that at the end of the Kali-Yuga, or the Dark Age, that we are currently passing, Kalki, Vishnu's last descent to earth, will appear riding his white horse with a flaming sword in his hand. Kalki will get rid of the evil and restore Dharma. This will begin a new cycle, starting with a new Sata Yuga. The myth of the 10 manifestations of Lord Vishnu describes how time after time he has descended to earth to save mankind and the Vedas from the evil demons. Each of the avatars represent a transition and evolution. Matsya, the fish, shows the beginning of evolution. The fish shows the aquatic form that every other stage of life comes from. Kurma, the tortoise, shows the transition to the amphibian stage. Here we see the development of having the ability to walk out of the water and breathe air. Varaha, the boar, makes the transition from amphibians to land animals, while Narsimha shows the transition from land animals to the human form, where we see Lord Vishnu as half man and half lion. Vamana, the dwarf, shows the transition to the full-fledged Homo sapien. Parasurama, the man with an axe, shows the evolution of savages using weapons, while Rama shows the development of the mind in humans with a moral mind of family and social life. Krishna, the philosophical man, shows the development of the mind being refined through philosophy and teachings. Buddha, the teacher, shows the development of the spiritual life, and Kalki will show the final evolutionary process that will end in a holocaust. The theory of evolution shows that life on Earth began as a single-celled organism that developed into multicellular organisms. It shows the transition from animals to humans and the development of moral minds, and then also spiritual lives. Lord Vishnu is the preserver and protector of creation. He is called upon whenever there is evil or demons corrupting the world. He has taken on many forms in which he restores the peace and dharma. By doing so, he has influenced a lot of people through his manifestations and is very essential in many Hindu societies. There is still one more descent of Lord Vishnu that is yet to come. He will appear again, and after he does, a new age will begin. In the Bhagavad Gita, an avatar is described by Lord Krishna. Whenever there is a decline of religion and a rise of irreligion, I incarnated myself, to protect the good, to destroy the wicked, and to re-establish religious principles. I appear in every age.